Good morning, first grade. I hope everyone is having a great day. All right, we have another deep dive today, and we're going to practice using a concept map again. And if you remember, Miss Taylor and I have both talked about using a concept map, and it is a helpful tool, a helpful way to help organize and categorize new information that we learn. When we sit down and read a text like this, or the text, "The seahorse, the shyest fish in the sea," as I mentioned before, there's a lot of facts and information in a text like this. And especially this, tells us about a lot of different animals and a lot of different features. So using a concept map can be very helpful for organizing and categorizing or putting into groups or categories new information. And that, of course, just helps us to better remember what we've learned, to help make sense of what we've learned, understand what we learn, and let's take a look. So we are going to focus on the field cricket and learn a little bit more and organize and categorize our new learning about the field cricket. Okay, so if you remember from our lessons with the seahorse using a concept map, we are looking for details that tell us about what the field cricket has, what the field cricket can do, and then other ways of describing the field cricket. So in other words, the field cricket is, and fill in the blank. So we are going to turn to the back matter, right? And I am going to use the headings, right? So actually, let's just go ahead over to the copy of that on the screen. All right, so I'm zoomed in right now, but I've used the heading with the bold capital titles, headings, to help me find the section about ears. And then I use the bold to help me find the cricket, as well as the illustration help me to find. And I'm at the back matter. And let's read a little bit more about the field cricket and their ears, and just be thinking about what are some details that tell us about what a field cricket has. Okay? All right. The field cricket's ears are on its two front legs. That's really interesting. Openings in the cricket's hard outer covering lead to chambers inside each leg. By pointing its body and its ears in different directions, the cricket can tell where a sound is coming from. Field crickets, which are about 3/4 inch long, that's not very big, and live throughout North America, that's the continent that we live on, make their familiar chirping sound by rubbing the edges of their wings together. Have you ever heard a cricket chirping? I bet you have. The warmer the temperature, the faster they chirp. Counting the number of chirps in 15 seconds and adding 40 gives a fairly accurate temperature reading in degrees. So that is really interesting. That is really interesting. So you can tell what the temperature is outside by counting the number of chirps that you hear in 15 seconds. And the warmer it is, the more times they'll chirp. So if they chirp, 30 times in that 15-second period, you would add 30 plus 40, and that would tell you that the temperature is right around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that is really interesting. Did you know that before? I did not. We'll have to try it out this summer, and when the weather starts to get a little bit warmer and we hear the crickets. All right. Anyways, let's back to the concept map. Let's think about, from this paragraph, what are some of the details that tell us about what the cricket has? What do you think? Yeah, it's talking about its ears on its front legs, right? That is one big detail that it tells us about what it has. Its ears are on its two front legs. I also see, and I can see from the illustration, that they have antenna. And I also can see and know that they have 6 legs. So let's add that to our chart. Okay, so here we are back at our chart, and I've added ears on front legs, antenna, and 6 legs. Okay, so let's think about what are some of the things the field cricket can do. Do you remember? Let's look back in the passage. So it talks about it's pointing its body and its ears in different directions that it can tell where a sound is coming from. They can rub their wings together to make that chirping sound, and the chirping sound can help to tell us what the temperature is outside. So those are things that the field cricket can do. So let's hop back on over and add it to our chart. All right, so it can, here using its legs, make a chirping sound. It can jump, that's something else that we know crickets can do. And it can help us know the temperature by counting the number of chirps in 15 seconds. All right, and then lastly, what a field cricket, or what a field cricket is, what are some things we know about what a field cricket is? Do we know what type of animal it is? It has 6 legs, it has antenna. Yeah, it's an insect, right? And we also learn oftentimes with the is part of a concept map, we can think of other words that can help describe whatever the animal is or whatever it is we're describing. And in this case, I remember reading in the passage, or in the paragraph rather, that the field cricket is about 3/4 inch long, which would tell me that it's actually a pretty, yeah, small. That's what I was thinking. So we can add a field cricket is an insect, a field cricket is small. All right, so how do you feel? Do you feel like, since we have went through and filled in this concept map, do you feel like you have a better understanding and would be able to better remember some of this new information about the field cricket? What do you think? Yeah, it helps me a lot to organize and categorize new things that I learn. All right, so what we would like you to do, just like last time, is use the concept map to help write a nice, detailed, complete first grade sentence in your writing journal. And here is a sentence frame that you can use to help you get started. So a cricket is a, and I would probably be thinking a good word to fill in that blank might be is an insect. I'm thinking that would sound pretty good. So a cricket is an insect that can blank and has blank. So this time we want to take something from each category from our concept map. So I might say, for example, a cricket is an, and if you notice our article, if we're going to use the word insect, we would want to use an, not an a, right? Since insect starts with a vowel. Good job. All right, so a cricket is an insect that can jump and has ears on its leg. So that might be one example. But again, you can use this concept map to help you find something from each category to tell more about the field cricket. All right, so let us know if you have any questions or if you need any help, and can't wait to see your completed sentences. Thanks.